Hey, how we doing here? It is Friday, and it's not just any Friday. Today, excuse me, sorry about that. Today is the last day of summer for 2023. Tomorrow is the autumn equinox on the 23rd. So it is officially fall tomorrow. And with the equinox, well, fall equinox in the northern hemisphere, spring equinox in the southern hemisphere. The equinox is when we have the equal amount of daylight and nighttime. So, excuse me. I hope I blocked that off. But anyways, hey, here we are getting going, getting Friday. Hope you're gonna have yourself a great weekend. I know I got some family gonna be visiting, so yeah. It was a great way to start the video off when I start with that. Anyways, today's topic: spirituality and aging's relationship. So as we get older, there is going to be an interconnection between aging and spirituality. Now, if you heard me talking here quite a bit, I mentioned that we talk about balancing the triad of body, mind, and spirit. Spirit, for a lot of people, is the missing element. They'll work in their body, maybe touch on the mind, or work in their mind, body, but spirit is the missing element, especially if they want real transformational long-term life results. And spirituality is going to be your own way, whatever that is for you. But if you can understand the relationship between that aging and spirituality and navigate it, then you got a chance to help profound implications to improve your overall health. So for many, as they do get older, they turn to spirituality and or religious practices to find some type of solace, purpose, and maybe meaning to their faith, whatever that might be. And research has shown there's a strong correlation between having a spiritual connection and improved mental health. There's reduced feelings of loneliness, depression, anxiety, which is something older adults can suffer with, which we'll talk again more in just a moment. And so doing practices, meditation, prayer can help. When you start getting there, it can help those to cope with the challenges that might come with aging and offer a sense of some inner peace and some emotional resilience. Now, some of those challenges we may face as we get older, there's the loss of loved ones, potential health issues, and maybe you're going with the reality of what your mortality is going to be. So spirituality can play a role with helping to deal with those challenges. And it might give you some, depends on how you go through into this, it might give you a separate framework to understand death and and the afterlife. And it can also offer some type of comfort to reduce the fear of what's going to unknown, because usually we fear what we don't know. And spiritual beliefs, your practices can help with the grieving process, along with finding some acceptance and closure after loss of a loved one. And I've definitely experienced that. Matter of fact, I got a good friend of the family, don't know if he made the night. So it's always challenging there. One other aspect of spirituality aging is your spiritual communities. Strong social support. Now, what it is, that could be religious groups, volunteers organizations, but with participation, you got increased social interaction. Social interaction, part of spirituality. Again, we got communal spirituality, but also interaction. You work on your physical aspects. You got a sense of belonging to a group, opportunities, community engagements. You got the interaction, all kind of plays in there. And with those connections, it can help work with feelings of not feeling isolated or loneliness, which you talked about, can be prevalent among older adults, which by itself, when you get the feelings of loneliness and isolation, has detrimental effects on your physical and mental health. So getting those groups, it helps take care of that. So overall, I think we kind of, even talking about this, and you might take some time on your own, that if you do any type of spiritual practices, there is an intertwine. As you get older, sometimes the spiritual practices get more engaged, or you start going drifting in that direction anyways. But by doing those, emotional support, you got psychological support, you can find meaning in your life, help cope with loss, different challenges to go through, and having those social interactions contribute to higher quality of life overall in your lives. Now, the spiritual practices are going to be what you want them to be. For some, it can be organized religion. Others, it might be spending time in nature, spending time in solitude. Hobbies, certain hobbies can get you isolated, and that's where you have your connection at, or anything in between or a combination thereof. It's whatever is going to make you feel connected. And connected to what? That's going to be up to your choice. Part of spirituality, as I talk about it here, is we got personal spirituality, which is connecting to yourself, communal spirituality, which is your community, people around you, and environmental spirituality, which is your environment, nature, as well as if you choose to believe in a higher power. And that higher power could be God, universe, source, or it could be nature. Sometimes for some people, it's even science. It's whatever it is for you. But whatever the connection is for where connection, connection is for you, I'm definitely going to encourage you to work on it, developing that, because you realize there's so many carryovers it can have in the rest of your life. So work on your spirituality. And sometimes that's just simply some quiet time for yourself. So if you want a little help with that part, in the description, you can find a link to some of my trainings, which is the 5 minutes of quiet time experience, or 5 minutes of quiet time. And that's 5 minutes throughout the day, not just 5 minutes. 5 minutes might be a minute here, but that might be to help you get some solitude and quiet. Either you meditate, breath, or maybe say a prayer to just throughout the day. Great place to get you started. Have yourself, I will catch you on Monday. So take care and balancing to you. Bye-bye.